Anyway, hey, this is just doing a live feed this afternoon. I could say that because it is the afternoon, and it's see, I guess there's one football game on today. It will be the Rams and and the Cowboys. That's I guess it's do or die for one of those two teams. So, who do you want? I don't really care for either one, to be honest with you, but I guess if I take the best of the worst, I guess I'd take the Rams over the Cowboys. 'Cause I just hate the Cowboys. I'm sorry, I just can't deal with those guys. So Cowgirls just not in my bag this year. So gotta get this. Jeez, man, man. I can almost say I need a haircut on my beard, but no, don't think so. This beard's gonna grow for till I die. I'm never gonna shave it. So I keep it. So I don't know who's on here. Somebody's on here. Who is on here? I'm trying to find out who's on here. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who's on here. They're not voicing their opinion. So, man, I'm hungry. I'm trying to think what I want to do for food. Let's see. I got a lot of choices, that's for sure. Tons of choices. I can make my own. Okay, they went out. So I don't know. I don't know who it is. I guess it's kind of. Oh, it's Hell Caesar. Caesar, how's it going, man? I think you. I didn't answer some questions for you. I am in the RV right now. I got this little device right here. Let me see if I can show you. I'm charging this thing up with the solar. It's got like one more thing to go through on this thing, and anyway, this is how I charge everything. My phone. I can actually run a laptop. I could stick this in a backpack and keep my phone charged everywhere I go if I put a backpack on. So I'm kind of thinking about using this for that factor. But every day I charge it up during the day for solar, so it's 100% charged up and keeps everything going. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. Hey, I was anyway. Candy, I think you were asking Candy some questions. On her feed. Of course, she blocked me. I got in a big argument with her over subscriptions. I asked her if she was subscribed to my channel, and she said no. And I said, why not? She goes, well, I can't answer that question. I go, well, I'm asking that question. Can you answer that question? She goes, no, I'm not going to answer that question. I go, is it fair to say that if I subscribe to you, I'm supporting your channel? Would that be correct? She goes, yes, it would be correct. So is it fair to say that it's tit for tat? In other words, if I subscribe to you, you subscribe to my channel and support my channel and maybe watch a couple videos of my stuff, you know? I mean, is it going to hurt you that much? Is it that bad? You don't even have to watch the videos, actually, Candy. You could subscribe and just leave it sit. You know what I mean? That's supporting my channel. That's giving me a subscribe. It's getting me one more vote closer to the goal, which is a long ways to go. I mean, I have I'm trying to think. I have, God, somebody sent me a message here. You got two people messaging me. Hold on a second here. What are they saying? Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, so I thought that's fair. Hello, new subscriber here. Just checking things out where everyone's at. Um, I don't know if you guys don't. You guys, a lot of people aren't familiar with my channel. But yeah, I live out of my RV full time, and my RV's cluttered mess right now. But I hate to show it. I got so much crap in here. It's on. See, it snows up where I'm at, so I stock a lot of water, and I just stock a lot of like top ramen, and just because in case I get snowed in or whatever, I can keep alive. I got 50% propane on board here. I do have two more 11-pound propane containers that are full that I can attach, then connect to my propane tank off the main line underneath the RV. So I'm good with propane right now, and I've added some expense to get that propane, but I think it's well worth it. And anyways, I just realized, Caesar, I think you're in here, and I thought, I went in, I was checking out Candy's live stream, and I noticed she blocked me, which is, I guess you could kind of say, well, she she didn't like what I had to say when I said, can you subscribe to my channel if I subscribe to yours? And she said, no, I don't want to do that. And I go, well, that's not fair to my channel. That's not supporting my channel. So I got in an argument, and I got into a good argument because I was drunk too. So when I'm drunk, I'm even more argumentative than I am when I'm sober. You could talk more sense, speak more sense when you're sober, but um, and people don't like to talk to somebody that's intoxicated. They really don't. Nobody really does. I spoke to a cop the other night, and I was intoxicated, and he didn't want to hear he goes, "You smell like alcohol, dude," and he was blocking my truck. I go, "I need to get back. I need to get to my RV," and he goes, "You ain't going nowhere, sir. You're going to take a taxi to wherever you got to go because you were drunk. Simply, you were drunk, and I'm going to give you a breathalyzer." So he gave me a breathalyzer. I felt it, and he goes, "I'll call you a taxi." I said, "Okay," because it wasn't expensive for the taxi because I only had like a 16th of a mile to go to get to where I was parked in the Mexican restaurant. I still am. This is where I'm camping. I got permission from the owner of the Mexican restaurant here. No DUI. No DUI. I got no. I wasn't in my car. I didn't have any my keys in the ignition. I'm in a. They said, where you live? My regular residence normally was Phoenix, Arizona. But I said, but I'm completely out of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm not going back down there anymore. I'm making my new residence up in northern Arizona. That's where I'm going to stay. I thought I'd go to the RTR. I changed my mind. I came up to this place, and I needed some work done to the RV. I needed to buy a hitch and then get a mechanic that I know personally up here to put it on. Well, he got really busy, and then he ordered 2 or 3 hitches, and they were the wrong ones. So we had to So basically, we sent for another one. I think it came in. I think it is the correct one, but he needs mechanic Anthony needs to come out here and check it all out, make sure it's all good, so we can get this thing attached. I can attach to my little truck, which is right out there. I think you can see it. There's my truck. It's right next to my RV, and so that is what I'm going to attach to this thing. I can't drive 2 vehicles at the same time, but it's cool having this little truck because I go get my supplies. I get everything with that little truck, and it's cool. And then I don't have to leave. I don't have to break down this RV. I just leave it sit where it's at. There's a Mexican restaurant right in here. It's a really good one too. They got all you can eat for like $8.95 from like 11 to 3. So it's a good deal. They got tacos and tostadas and kind of just in a salad bar that you can eat out of too up here. And this town is called Cottonwood, Arizona, and it's a cool town. It's a hippie town. I'm a musician, so I fit right in up here. I'm singing up here. I got propositioned by a rock band 2 nights ago to sing backup for them, maybe do some lead singing, but they wanted to test me out with some backing vocals. So I said, where you guys rehearse? I'll show up at your rehearsal and do some singing, man. Where are you? I'm hoping to do the van life thing in a few years. I am in. Let me tell you, I'm in Cottonwood, Arizona. And in regards to Cottonwood, Arizona, this area is only 10 miles to Sedona. Sedona is just out up the road, which is really cool. I got views of Sedona even from where I'm at. And then the mountain right next to me is Mingus Mountain, which is where Jerome is. So if you look up Jerome, you'll know that Jerome is a very, very haunted area. It's got a hamburger restaurant called the Haunted Hamburger. The hotel up there is known to be extremely haunted. Ghost Adventures have done TV shows from up in here. Let's see, I don't want to get that person on there. So anyway, yeah. So Ghost Adventures has been up here. I'm a ghost hunter myself, and that's gonna be part of my channel. I haven't done any. I think I've done one ghost investigation, but it didn't. It was basically it was down in Phoenix. It was at a place called. It was on Cave Creek Road in North Phoenix. The place was called the Loft Again. I put my cameras in there. I put sound equipment in there. I didn't pick up any sound at all. Weird, but that's how it turned out. So I really wanted that sound to come in, but what's cool about the situation now is that that bar is now vacant. So, and the reason why it's vacant is because it was haunted, and the person moved across the street. Now she got the same problem where she moved. It's haunted there too. The Goulings have crossed the road and followed her over to the new place, and they're probably still in that place. I want to get my cameras back in there. I need to get a hold of the owner. I'm going to call the owner up and see if I can set my cameras up again, and I'm going to put some better sound equipment in there, and then I can run that through the computer software and see what I can come up with. Um, I believe the I don't know who it is yet, but I'm assuming, and I can only assume that it's a gentleman that I knew. He owned a guitar place, and he was a musician, and his band played at that bar. He passed. He died from a massive heart attack right on stage playing his. He finished his last song from the set, and he died like a minute after. Crazy thing. He just dropped on the ground and he had a massive heart attack, and that was it for him. And then right after that, I thought it'd be prime opportunity for me to put some videos in there and see what happens. And I picked up a bunch of orbs. So if you go back, look up the Loft Again, Cave Creek Road, North Phoenix. Look up orbs and get that. You'll see the orbs, but you won't. You could kind of catch sound at the very end because the owners came in like the first thing in the morning when they started the bar back up at like 6 a.m. and they noticed their orbs in their in the uh, in the camera gear, or you know the things that I set up. Basically, they checked it out and they noticed there was orbs, and they thought that was pretty weird. And I said that's normal because those are ghosts. Those are spirits floating around in the air. And then some people were saying it was dust. So I took it a little further. I took it to a specialist, and they said no, that's not dust. Those are spirits in there. So what I caught was real, but I just didn't get the sound to come up with. I didn't get the sound to come out. So, but yeah, this is a really cool town up here, Cottonwood. The elevation's 4,000 feet. It snowed here 2 weeks ago. I was snowed in up here actually on a dirt road about 5 miles up the road, and I was stuck in that dirt road in that area for 5, 6 straight days. And I tried to get out on the second day, and I got in an automobile accident. Some guy swiped me and put a big dent on my driver's side. And then he didn't have insurance, and he took off. So it was a hit and run. I was injured too. He injured my shoulder, my arm. So I called. Anyway, he dropped some insurance information on the ground accidentally. I picked it up and I took it to the cops. And yeah, they were looking for him. He was wanted because I filed a police report on him, and I had his name, registration, the whole 9 yards. And the cops found him. They found him 2 days ago actually, and he was pulled over in his Mustang, and he was pulled over for a DUI. So he was drunk while he was driving, and he was drunk when he hit me that night too. I could smell alcohol on him because he got out of his car, and I thought he was going to give me insurance information. But then he turned around, got in his car, and then he tried to go barrel past me, which he did, and then he took off from there because that road extended out, and I didn't know there was another road out from that other direction. And that's the direction he took, and he got the hell out and got away. But he didn't get away. So anyway, now, and he currently does have insurance with the same people he had previously, State Farm, and they will cover the claim. They told me they're going to cover it, but they told me I have to go to my own doctor, and so that's going to cost me money out of pocket on my end, 20%. So I used to. So you're 80 degrees in Florida, right here. I think I checked the temperature about 30 minutes ago, and it was like 54 degrees up here. So it's like 50. I keep getting my hands in the way. I'm trying to hold the phone, and but yeah, it's 54 up here. I'm wearing my thermal hat, and anyway, I got my beard just growing super long. I can't believe this. It's just getting thicker and thicker. Pretty soon, I'm gonna grow this beard all the way down my belly because and then I'm gonna do some stuff with it. It's good for being a singer like I am. So it just looks better. It's more cool to have the beard. And I'll tell you what. Since I've had the beard, I met three ladies up here. I was down in Phoenix. I'm 56 years old. And I never, for the life of me, it's been like 15, 20 years. Nobody ever says anything to me in a bar. And I've come up here. I had three women. They actually picked up on me. I don't ever pick up on anybody anymore. Because I'm that old, I just don't feel, I feel too old to even, like, I just feel old. I don't feel like it's right for me to do that. I kind of gave up on the idea of having any kind of relationship or being friends with any kind of woman, really. I just gave up on it. And then here's a couple that, I meet a couple. They were way younger than me, 26, 32. I mean, then there's another one at another bar. I met a third one, and some guy badmouthed me and ruined it for me. But this lady, I think, was like 63 or whatever. And she asked how old I was. She thought I was older than my age. I told her I was 56. She laughed. She goes, "No, you're got to be at least 65." I go, "It's because of the white beard." I go, "If I colored the beard," I said, "I probably would look my age, 56, I guess. Who knows?" But my birthday will be August 9th. So, but Florida, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever spoke to anybody from, maybe one. I think there's a Stingray was a guy I spoke to in a stream yesterday. He was doing a live feed, and I went into his. He didn't. I mean, he heard of me, but he knew I got into it with some other YouTubers. I'm not a big YouTuber anyway, so I think probably everybody probably went off of here. I don't even know who's on here. Let's see. So Jackie King, you're still on? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a lawyer. I haven't spoken to any lawyers yet. I'm gonna see I'm gonna see what's up here. It's a little small town up here. There's not much up here, but I think I'll just try to deal with everything from here. I'm not gonna go into Phoenix. I'm not gonna call any Phoenix lawyers. I don't want to drive down there. Yeah, I got stuff down there to pick up, but I just don't want to do it. I just like it up here so much, and the weather's not bad. It's like the high kind of gets around 58, 60. It's perfect. Put a light jacket on, sweatshirt, you're good to go. Yeah, I guess you're. Yeah, I don't know. Women, is that true? Women like guys with beards because, man, these other two girls, man, they just sat right next to me. I sang two Pink Floyd tunes. I sang "Comfort Me Numb" and "Hey You," and and I could do Pink Floyd really well. I'm a pretty good singer, actually. I sang in a few bands. I had a record contract in my early days, in my early 20s, with Capitol Records. My friend's dad was a Capitol record executive. He worked out of Hollywood division there, and he'd fly from Scottsdale, Arizona, all the way to, he'd just fly in. He'd go to the airport, and that's how he dealt with it. He didn't want to buy a house over there. He didn't want to live over there. So he just make that hour flight back and forth. That's how he did it every day. It always worked out. And he got us. We had a band, and we worked hard. We put one album together, and we had enough to put. I don't know. We had enough material to put up probably 5 albums, but we just didn't finish the songs. I think it wasn't my part. It wasn't my fault. It was the other guys were doing too many drugs and drinking. It was just a party every time we came into play. It was always party first, play later. I didn't like that. I just didn't like that. And it didn't work out. We were good friends. We stayed friends. Yeah, I keep my beard clean. Yeah. I wash it every day. I don't get any food in my. But when you go out and eat, sometimes sometimes something gets into your beard. But you got to go into a mirror and you got to look into a mirror and see if you can get it cleaned out or whatever, cleaned off. But yeah, so I'm in a 21-foot Winnebago, and I've got a toolbox behind the RV, and I got to take the toolbox off, and so I can hook up the truck to the back, and that's the only thing hindering me. And then from there, I'm gonna stay where I'm at because I like it here. I could cruise into Sedona. It's only a 20-minute drive if because Sedona's got some pretty cool restaurants, but it's kind of pricey. But and the grocery stores are more pricey. Everything's more pricey there. But right where I'm at, they got a Walmart here. It's the only Walmart in the area. It's in Cottonwood. It's only like a mile, not even a mile from where I'm at. So everything's just so close. I could almost walk, and I do have a bicycle. I just need to pump up the tires and put a different seat on it, and I could probably ride the bike, to get around there, because it's so close to everything here. And then there's a bar right up the road where I sing karaoke, and that's less. That's like a half mile, not even. So that'd be good to ride the bike there too. But you could still get a DUI on a bicycle. But like I said, the last time I was there, I just somebody bought me a drink, a Jack and Coke. Bad timing, right? The last hour, and so yeah, the cops all came in because two guys got in a fist fight in the bar. One guy broke the pool cue in half, and he tried to stab the guy with it. And they were both intoxicated. The other guy didn't start it. They bet money on games, and the other guy was kicking the other guy's butt, and I guess probably taking too much of his money, and so they called the cops in there, and the cops were just everywhere. Small town, seems like there's more cops than there are people in a small town, But the weather is just right. It does snow here, but it doesn't snow that much. It's only snowed that one time I came up here. I didn't even know it was going to snow. I I woke up that one morning. I got done singing karaoke, slept overnight, woke up that morning, and it was all gloomy, cloudy, and all of a sudden there's snowflakes were coming down. I actually have a video up on that too. Um, I had somebody else in the feed. I was watching somebody else's YouTube channel, and but yeah, and I picked up all that snow and everything. So it was kind of cool. But I mean, the only uncool thing about it is I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't have enough food stocked on hand. I didn't have enough propane to keep me warm. I used a stovetop to heat this place up. So and I don't know. I'm gonna look into some other avenues for heaters. I'm just not too concerned about it at the moment because next month things are gonna start warming up, and I won't need any of that kind of stuff. I'll just hop in my blanket and I'll be just fine. So, but yeah, summertime. I'm gonna move to Flag because Flagstaff's gonna this place gets to over 100 degrees in the summer, and Flagstaff stays generally between 70 to 85 degrees during the summer. So I could open up my windows and I'll be just perfect up in Flag. And then there's good fishing up there. There's fishing lakes. I can catch trout. Hopefully I can catch my dinner when I'm up there. So that'll be another thing for me. Um, like I said, I have a PA system in here. Good stereo system, and I've got an 8-channel mixing board. So I can practice my singing when I'm out in the woods. Not where I'm at. I'm keeping things you know tight-lipped here because I don't want to cause any problems with where I'm staying. I like it where I'm at. And if I want to eat Mexican food, I just walk across the parking lot and go get something to eat. They got a Mexican buffet here, and then they got plated food too, and they got the margaritas too. I can get a large margarita. It's like $12. Comes with the most expensive tequila, and I know once I drink one of those things, it's like Kool-Aid drink. I want to drink more. That's the only bad thing about those fruity drinks. You tend to want to drink more of it. It's like when you get your soda. You want to get the biggest cup and just keep going back and sipping from it. But with margaritas. I'll tell you what alcohol does to me. It puts me to sleep. If I drink one of those, go back to the RV, I'm gonna crash. I'll end up taking a nap for 3, 4 hours and waking up, and I don't know. That's generally what I do. So let's see. You still got so the person on there, the lady. Do you have a YouTube channel? I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not. So I don't even know who's on here still. Jackie King. Let's see. Nice sounds like. Let's see. Yeah, there's no drama generally. It's a funny thing because, last year I had lots of drama because I was camped around those tribe people, and they didn't like me, and I didn't like them either. So it was vice versa. And so, and I got on Camel Dave a couple times here and there, and Camel Dave, he sides with those guys because they're his bread and butter. They give him all of his ratings, and all of his subscribes come from all those tribe people. And I don't want to join their channel. I'm trying to be successful on my own. I'm trying to do what I can for myself. And if I can't do it by myself, then maybe I don't deserve to be on YouTube. I don't know. Who knows? But yes, you get to learn a few things. I learned a lot. I've been on the road full time for over a year now. I sold my house in Scottsdale, Arizona. I had a house in Scottsdale, and I bought that house when I was 19 years old. That was a good thing about that. I bought the house, a really nice house, for like 65 grand, and that was a lot of money back in 1981. I bought that house. That's a lot of money back in 1981, believe it or not. That was a chunk of change for me, especially me. My mother was wealthy. She was rich, and I didn't rely on her money. I did everything on my own. I took care of myself. I moved out on my own, got my own house, and I just became independent. Always was. And then I hung out with my friends, and my house was a band place. I had band equipment set up in the living room, and so everything was set up. So we jam all the time. We always write tunes, new songs. I wrote songs. Everybody contributed and wrote, you know. And then we had a band called, believe it or not, you wouldn't believe this name, but it's called Grandma's Brain, and that's the name that really hurt the project. Was the name of the band, but the music was like Frank Zappa, between Frank Zappa. I'm trying to think who else, but it was on the lines of Frank Zappa style. We had some pretty weird stuff, but yeah, we got airplay, we got radio play in New York City, Los Angeles, all over the United States, except for here. The Phoenix market didn't play us at all. It was just too weird music for this market, I guess. But yeah, we made some money on it. I know we made like 100 grand off the album. It wasn't bad. We split it 3 ways, so we each had like about 35, 36 grand a piece. So that helped our pockets. We were young at that time. It helped me when I owning that house because I had a big my mortgage payment was like 325, 320, and that was a lot of money for me when I was only making like I don't know. I worked an engineering process job, plastic injection molding. That's what I was into, and I think I was making at the time about I'm gonna say $10 an hour doing that job, and then it worked up into a big sum of money. I worked my way all the way up into like $85,000 a year job doing the same thing, but doing a lot more with the job. Or in other words, I knew how to run the machine. I knew how to fix the machine. I knew how to mix the materials. I knew how to do the setup sheet. I could grab the setup sheet and I could have everything set up perfectly. Customers would come in. I can explain everything to them properly, and I didn't need the owner to sit next to me. I was that good. So, and they paid me well, but down the road, my health went south, and this is how I end up doing this life. Had 2 heart attacks, had triple bypass surgery, um, neuropathy, hands, feet, legs, arms. I got a disease, a muscle disease, which is deteriorating my way of being able to walk. Eventually, I'm going to end up not being able to walk, and I'm hoping I can prolong it and I can stay walking for the next couple of years. But eventually I'm gonna end up in a wheelchair or something because it's just I'm in bad shape, health wise, and I gotta find it. I'm diabetic too. I've been that since I was a young kid. Taking insulin and stuff like that. And right now I'm off my insulin and I need to get back on it. And the insurance hasn't figured out what kind of insulin they're going to cover me on. They haven't figured that out yet. And this should have been figured out months back. I'm pretty irritated with Medicare right now because they're kind of dropping the ball on me. I kind of think that they're doing this so they don't have to pay me my monthly payments. So they like to see me kind of go by the wayside, and I don't know. Who knows? Okay, well, anyway, it was nice meeting you, Jackie King. But you have a channel, right? I'll subscribe to you. Stay in touch. Arizona's a great place to do this kind of thing. It's the center of attention right now. RTR. But this is different. This is all. When it comes to the summertime, this is the place. Springtime, this is the place to be. Temperatures are perfect. Great. All right, Jackie. I guess you're gone. I'll talk to you. Keep me on your in your settings there, and I'll chat with you here and there. I'm always good to meet new people. People that haven't been corrupted by other people yet. So just to say, but okay. I'm just gonna keep rattling on until somebody else comes in here, and I've kept this thing going for 32 minutes now. So, but I'm gonna make something to eat too. I was thinking I was gonna go over to this Mexican restaurant, but I just might make something. I think. I don't know. I got some hot dogs. I can make those. They're in my ice chest in the truck. So I'm gonna try to straighten that truck out too. Okay, folks. I'm trying to think who else is in here, if there is anybody left. Like I said, Jackie, have a good one. And hey, I guess Florida. I don't know much about Florida other than it's hot and humid there. Phoenix, it's hot generally most of the time, except for right now. Come time end of February, their temperatures almost reach 90 degrees. Starts to get pretty hot. And for an RV, that's hot. That's warm. That's why I like where I'm at, because I can stay cool up here. I'll just adapt the temper, just adapt right to my situation that I'm in. So, but all's good. Okay, later, Jackie. I'll say later, Jackie. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Thanks for coming into my live stream. So, talk to you. Talk to whoever later. Okay, bye. Have a good day. So, okay, here we are. I'm thinking I might have. I think I got some chips somewhere in the truck. I have some corn chips. I got some bean dip here. That'll be a little snack. I got some popcorn in the truck for the football game. So I'll try to dig the popcorn out. Plus, I gotta make my own popcorn too, and I got butter too. So I got the perfect setup for that. For making popcorn on the road. So okie doke, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I should really keep this thing going here. So take it easy, like the song says. That's for sure. That I will do. Um, Tomorrow night I can go sing karaoke. Knock out. Try some more new songs. I think I want to try. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other songs I could do. I like the Horses by Stones. I really like that song. I do a good job with that one. And I was thinking of trying some Tesla too. I knock out Alice Cooper, a couple of his tunes. Okay, Jackie, take care. All right. Keep cool in Florida, I guess. I don't know if you're close to Disney World out there. So somebody's. I got one of my friends. It's another. I'm friends with a bunch of musicians. See, and I got a musician friend sending me a message. Oh shoot, he's with. Believe it or not, he's with Dave Ellison, the bass player for. Yeah. So he sent me a picture of that. That's cool. So let me see if I can get out of this. What else he sent me? Oh man. Yeah, if you're familiar, yeah, my friend's a singer. He's got a record deal, and he's with Dave Ellison right now. You know, the bass player for, like I said, Megadeth. If you're familiar with Megadeth, Dave Mustaine's Megadeth. So they're in Mesa, Arizona right now. They're at a place called the Mesa Amphitheater, and yeah, my friend's in a band called Exiled. He's in another project too, doing something else. And one of his guitar players is actually friends with me too, and he wants to come up here and do a music project up here and bring his guitar and stuff. I got a drum machine up here, a really good one, and um, like I said, I could sing and I could also play the guitar as well. So, but he's really good. He's great at guitar. I just let him take over the sixth string and let me try to hit the vocal range, come up with whatever. You know, I could always come up with something for hard rock metal. I'm more of the lines of metal music. So, but yes, that's where my talents rise. I'm a big music guy. I sing and play instruments and write music. That's what I've always done, and I'll just keep doing it, till I die. You know what I mean? It's just, I think any musician's the same way. You can't ever put up the instruments. You just keep rolling with the punches until until God pulls the plug on you, and then you're off the planet. But that's how it works. And let me get back. Okay, Jackie, it's cool. I'm glad you subscribed, and I'll keep in touch with you, and I'll any music I come up with, I'll certainly share it with you. I'll share it with anybody that I'm involved with, and because that's what my channel is going to be about: ghost hunting and music. Basically, is what I'll be doing. I do some funny stuff too, here and there. I imitate some people. So some famous YouTubers actually. Caravan Carolyn, I imitate her. I'm going to imitate her. Really, she don't like me, and I don't like her. So we're kind of like we made enemies when we were out at the last year's RTR. So, but this year I just I got up here and I just couldn't make it down there. Just too many things happened. So here I am, stuck here. Not a bad place to be stuck. So, but I learned a few things about driving in the snow. You really can't drive on ice, especially with a two-wheel drive, rear drive car. Just doesn't work very well. So, but okay, we'll catch you later. Let me get back to John here. Let me see what he's got to say. Let's see. It's all professional. Interesting. He's a great bass player. Very, very professional. Okay, I guess I gotta close out this video because there's nobody left in here and it's going too long. So, anyways, I was texting to my buddy, and he's a good singer, and we're both singers actually. He's with Dave Ellison. He's hanging out with the bass player from Megadeth right now. So that's what he's doing, and that's cool. I met Dave Ellison like 5 years ago. Very professional. If you're going to work with Dave Ellison, you better be on top of your game plan because that guy is a tremendous bass player. And it's a job, I mean, it's like going to punching in on the clock, you're going to be whatever, you're doing 2, 3 songs, whatever, and it's all professional. It's all getting done and being professional about it. No drugs, no alcohol. You better be ready to play. You better come to work on time, and you better be ready to just get going with the job. It's like he's like the owner. You take a break only when you're allowed to take the break. In between that, you better get on the get go and get your playing going. Because he don't fuck around. That's all I gotta say. It's all business with him. All business. It's like a regular job, which it is. I agree. Unfortunately, my band that I played with, we didn't take that avenue. They took the avenue of party first and play later. It didn't work too good most of the time. We didn't get a lot accomplished. We ended up writing partial songs and not finishing up the songs. And now I got somebody trying to finish up the songs, and they can't do it because I won't give them permission because I'm not friends with them anymore. So they don't have the rights to the material. So I'm not going to give them the rights. They wanted to see if they could buy my material, and I said no, it's not for sale. Sorry, you're not doing anything with it. I don't care. Don't matter. Stuff I did way back. That's what it's going to sit. It's going to sit forever. It's just going to sit in the tank, and it's not going to do nothing. It's just like an old car that's rusted and just going to sit. The songs are going to sit rusted, and I'm just not going to do anything with them. That's it. I'm not going to let this guy take advantage of me. No. If he wants to write tunes, he's got to get his own stuff. He was never the real talent of the band. He didn't write the melodies. I did. So now he's having trouble. He's not a singer either. He can't sing. He needs to rely on other people. That singing is a key thing. You got to get those melodies. That's where your chord structure comes from to put together the songs. But that's his problem, Jim. That's your problem, Jim. If you watch my YouTube channel, that's your problem, dude. You you effed up. I know you're Christian, so am I. And I separate Christian music from secular music. I could do both, but I prefer to do the secular part of the music. That's just what I do. Um, I'm in an area, I'm around a lot of musicians, and they're good up here. There's good musicians up in this place, and I'm going to hook up with some people. I've had some offers for backups, but, we'll see. We'll take the backups first and see where it leads. Could lead into a regular singing position in a band up in this area, but I will handle that situation when that time comes. But for the time being, I'm just gonna have fun with the singing the karaoke and kind of learning some. I'm kind of broadening my vocal range doing that too. I'm testing myself. I'm giving myself harder and harder songs to try to sing, and I keep working on them until I get them, until I get those songs down, and that helps me with my writing too. It keeps my vocal range in tune and keeps my throat and everything in check. So, but that's about where it is on my end and with the music, and then that's my channel is basically is a lot about my music. It's me filming bands. I like to go out and I got camera equipment down in Phoenix. I can go to some shows. I can get the tripod out. I can get some good close-ups. Filming some bands. I've got some experience with that, and that's a hobby of mine. I just like to do it, and I don't have anybody to film me, but when I sing, generally nobody, you know. Next time I'm gonna get somebody to hold my camera, so I'll bring in my small tripod so I can put the phone up and point it towards the stage or the stage area, and do my music that way and get it put on YouTube. So that way I can kind of voice, I can kind of, I got kind of an opinion, and I could go back and watch and listen and hear what I have to improve on. So that's that's a big thing for me. So, but as for the RV life, yeah, I'm doing it. Well, I like to get videos doing that too. Yeah, here and there. I'd like to get some videos going on that too, but um, I don't know. Music thing's always where it's been for me, but and I just kind of brought this RV thing into the fold, into the mix, and then the ghost thing came into the mix too, and I got into that, and I'm kind of like all over the place with my videos. I can kind of bounce off and branch off several different things I can do with YouTube. I can even be funny too. I've done some funny stuff on here, so I think somebody came in here. I don't know who's on here. Let's see. I'm not sure who came back in. I don't know. But yeah, I was talking to my buddy. He's at the Mesa Amphitheater. He's hanging out with Dave Ellison. If you're familiar with that name, he's the bass player for Megadeth. So my friends, we know a lot of famous people in music. A lot of famous people live in the Phoenix area. Dave Ellison's one of them. Dave Mustaine lived in Phoenix for a while. He lived in Scottsdale, and then he moved back to L.A. So he's back in L.A. George Lynch, Dawkins guitar player, another good 80s player. He lived about 2 miles. Not even, I think it was like, he lived pretty much up the road from me. It was like 2 miles, not even 2 miles, about a mile and a half up the road he lived from me, George Lynch. And he moved to San Diego. So I think that's where he's at right now. I think he's currently in San Diego. It's expensive over there, but he can afford it. I think he's still got some money. So he can still do that. I got rid of my place. I don't have my house anymore. But too much to handle, too much to take care of for my health. So I just moved in the RV, and here I am, doing what I do. That's it. That's the way it goes. But anyway, so I think that's it for people on here. I really should close this thing down. Really should. Let me see if my friend John said anything to me. No, he's hanging out with Dave, or Now he's hanging with Dave Ellison, so he's not gonna bother with me right now. So okie doke, guys. Time for RV Davy to close out the live stream. Let's see. So yeah, there's my little truck down over there. Right now it's parked. I think that's where my dent is. That I got. So you can see the dent right there. The guy put on into my truck. So, but yeah, that's gonna pull behind the RV, and I drive around and get my supplies and stuff with the truck there. So, but that being said, I think that's it, guys. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any reason for me to go any further into the live stream. I'll probably do something later. I'm gonna watch the football game. I guess I got look for some chips, popcorn, whatever I got, and that's it. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys. So RV Davy is gonna end this video right here, right now, and Cottonwood, Arizona. So we're saying goodbye, guys. Cottonwood, Sedona area. Everything's so close to where I'm like buttoned up with every little tiny little city you can think of. That's big up in northern Arizona. Flagstaff, 40 miles away, guys. So, and then Prescott's close, 36 miles. Sedona, about 15, about 12 miles to Sedona. And about another 8 miles to Jerome. So, 10 minutes I'm up there. So, pretty cool. Some of the coolest areas ever, that I could possibly go to are right within arm's reach of me. So, okay, it's time to end the chat here, and I'll catch you guys all later, and you guys all have a great day. Good luck to the Rams, and I hope you squash the Cowgirls today. So at least that's what I can say. I don't care for, be honest, I don't care for either team, but I'm going to say go Rams. So, okie doke, guys. Goodbye.